I am with artist Andrew Moncrief, and you are losing face. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's a new series of paintings that I've been doing, working on just for you guys. It's interested in examining themes of identity, masculinity, through portraits that I take of people that I know and myself, and some people that I don't know actually.
Well, tell us about the process. I mean, you take the photo, and then from there, you create these beautiful paintings.
Yeah, I always start. My work is based in essentially photography is the source image for all my paintings. It's sort of like the structure for the images. So quite often, what happens is I invite people into my studio. I take pictures of them. Yeah. So essentially, the photo becomes the sort of scaffolding for the painting, and then I kind of use the structure of the face, and then it kind of just disintegrates from there. I guess like I'm destroying their image in a sense.
Reinterpreting it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Why losing face? What does that title mean?
So losing face came from a discussion that I was having with a colleague of mine in my studio. I don't know. I was battling with what I was with how I wanted to speak about the work that I was doing, because a lot of the images were coming from were inspired by social media, profile pictures, and the way we kind of project ourselves. So losing face was a term that was coined by this sociologist named Irving Goffman. And Goffman said that in social interaction, we wear these sets of masks that conform to sort of norms of the situation. So I was really interested in those images, like this idea that we wear a mask, and then I was thinking about the way we project ourselves on social media for everyone to see, and how this becomes a mask, and then that's sort of social media is sort of the modern version of Goffman's like stage, if you will, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Tell us in a nutshell a little bit about your background and how you became a painter.
I feel like I've been doing it. I've been doing it since I was a little kid.
Okay.
I used to like paint rocks with my mom after school, pots and stuff like that. So yeah, it's always been something I've done.
And was there any formal education, or
Oh
you
yeah,
self-taught? Okay,
absolutely.
well,
Yeah,
let's talk
pardon
about
me. Yeah, no, I went to Concordia University. Well, I started out at North Island College on Vancouver Island, British Columbia.
That's where you're from.
Where I'm from. And then I went to Concordia. So I did my bachelor's in painting and drawing, my undergrad in painting and drawing at Concordia.
Now, this show kind of came together quite quickly. Tell us about that crazy process.
Yeah, so the kind of time frame for this was a little bit unheard of for me. Usually, I think I did about 5 to 6 months worth of work in like a 7-week period or something. It was good. It was stimulating in like a creative process kind of sense, because I didn't really have time to screw around. Yeah. It also kind of pushed me to try things that I maybe never would have done, like just like less concerned with failure in a sense. Well, I mean, I'm always a little bit concerned with failure, but like I just had to get over mistakes that I was making really quickly. Right.
What do you love about Never Apart, and why is the gallery space here conducive to your work?
Well, I really like the center and kind of the events and stuff that they do. It's a good place for young people, for queer people. So I think I was kind of excited about that. Being a gay artist, like I think it's a really fantastic venue to show at. You guys have had some amazing shows, and there's always this layer of queer identity in my work lately. I mean, inevitably, some of the portraits, some of the works are self-portraits. So I'm always, yeah. I just think I think it's a great space. I'm excited to be showing here.
Cool. Now let's talk. I mean, a lot of the paintings are self-portraits, but then a lot of them are your friends. Let's talk about some of the subjects in your work.
So yes, they're all males. So again, like I've been super interested in investigating. I think I've always been interested in investigating my own identity, and self-portrait's been something I've been doing for years. So I guess I've started to branch out and draw and paint other people, and I think it's a way to kind of like through drawing somebody else, still kind of investigate yourself. So I've been doing the drawings that I did upstairs were images that people had sent me. They were selfies, so they were like images that people had texted me, and some of them kind of low quality images, and then I was working on turning those into drawings. Most of them are actually people I know, those images. I have some others that just didn't work out. It's an inevitable part of the process. And then also some of the images are, the paintings are, again, just people that I affiliated with, I guess, or acquaintances, or people that are interested in having their photo taken. Or when it comes to inviting people into your studio and taking photos of them, not that I'm seducing people into my studio, but there is a way you kind of have to lure them in a little bit. So I think part of the process that's been fun is getting people in, kind of I've started having conversations now with the people that I'm photographing about the work that I'm doing. So it kind of sparks this conversation, and then I end up doing a photo session with them, and so that's kind of how the whole thing starts.
Let's talk about what's next. What are you working on after this show?
So I wrote a proposal for this series body of work that I wanted to do that was actually rejected, which again is just part of the inevitable part of the whole process of being an artist. But I'm really, really excited to actually do the work, because through doing this, I kind of realized, I don't know, something clicked, and it made me think about the previous proposal that I did. So it's going to be like on a much bigger scale, obviously more time, bigger time frame. So I'm going to be working on a whole new series. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to that.
Thank you. I look forward to
yeah, that's amazing.